Hello, welcome to the Yarn and Yarns YouTube channel. My name is Angela and all the places you can find me should be linked in the description box below this video. Welcome to the 12 cast-ons 2020 day 5. So, day 5, fast approaching the halfway point already. Doesn't seem possible, does it? I honestly, I think I've said so many times on this channel this year, I do not know where time goes to. But anyway, we're not here to philosophise about time. We are here to chat about casting on all the things. So my project today is going to be another pair of socks. So I'll be casting on the Selbu socks today, and I'll pop a picture of the pattern up above. It's a pattern by Ellie of Skein Deer, and the pattern's been out for a little while, and it was very kindly gifted to me by my lovely friend Jen. So first friends element coming in to play already. I think it was a birthday present, if I remember rightly. I've had the pattern in my library for a little while, and I've just been thinking about yarns and when I might have the brain space to cast on. So yeah, 2 colour work pairs of socks in the 12 cast-ons. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? So I've finally decided. I was really tempted, like the original pattern is done in sort of a red and grey, and I was really tempted to go with that. And I've got a skein of really nice burgundy in the shop in opal that I was tempted to snaffle for myself, but when I put it next to the grey that I had, I wasn't as keen as my original colour choice, which is Nutmeg from West Yorkshire Spinners, and I'm pairing that with the I think this is Dusty Miller colourway from West Yorkshire Spinners. So these are going to be my 2 colours for the Selbu socks, and I'm not sure how far I'm going to get today. I need to do some catch-up stuff around the house because we've had a lazy couple of days, so I need to do a bit of housework catch-up. I also wanted to go out for a walk before it gets too dark and dingy. It's meant to start clouding over in a minute, so I don't think I will catch any nice sunshine, but as I had my pyjama day yesterday, I didn't leave the house, so time to get my body moving again. So yeah, by the time I've done all of those things, who knows or how much time I'll get to knit, particularly as I still have to edit and upload yesterday's video as well. This is why time goes so fast, because I try and pack in too many things. We will hopefully be carrying on. You might have seen in yesterday's video, around Christmas time we always do an annual rewatch of the 3 extended versions of the Lord of the Rings movies. So we watched the first one yesterday, so we will be watching one of those at some point, either this afternoon or this evening. So hopefully I'll get at least 3 hours knitting time because those movies are long. So yes, Selbu socks, West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. And I'm going to be keeping these in a lovely project bag that I purchased from Charlie Button's Yarns. Her sister makes these, and it's a beautiful grey pinstripe with orange on the inside. So yay, matchy matchy. Love it when I'm able to match up my yarn and my project bag. It's just the little things, isn't it? The little things that make you smile. Lord knows we need to grasp those little things after the year that we've all had. Right, so I am off to go for my walk, do my housework, edit my video, and then hopefully we'll squeeze in some knitting at some point. I hope you have a lovely day ahead of you. I'm just waiting for YouTube to upload the video. It's just approaching 2:30-ish. I printed out the charts that I need for the Selbu sock, and I have also just wound up the yarn I always rewind my cakes, even if they're already in ball form, just to deal with any knots, and I find that these don't sort of run away from me as easily as like a ball does if it's flying all over the living room. So yeah, it's better to try and keep that temptation out of Newt's way. Not that she's that bad with yarn. But yes, the pattern is a toe up start. So although I'm grateful for another day where I don't have to do any ribbing, if you watch my mousse video, you know that that sort of type of cast on is not always my favourite. However, after I posted that mousse video, the lovely Mairead sent me details of the cast on method that she uses when she's doing toe up, and she said that it's good, doesn't fail her, so we'll see if I am clever enough to follow those instructions. Because the project bag that I'm using is not interfaced, I've grabbed a needle cozy. Couldn't find my knitting tubes. They're either already on projects or I need to have a good ransack of my craft room, which is probably the latter, to be honest. So my plan is, although these this case won't work in the same way as it would for DPNs, I'm hoping if I slip the needles in here, then it won't puncture my project bag. I'm going to be using some higher sharps for this project. So yeah, all ready to go. I just need to figure out this cast on. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Wish me luck. Yay! Success, I think. Rubbish light, but I think the thing that I forgot to do was just switch the needle. So in the instructions that I've just followed, after you've done your looping, you switch so your bottom needle becomes the top needle, and I think that might have been the step that I forgot to do when I was doing the mousse, but seems to have worked out pretty well. There we go, proof that I don't have that random seam on the outside. Thank you, Mairead. Good morning, it's Tuesday the 29th. As you can see, it's a sunny morning again here in South Wales. Hopefully that won't interfere too much, maybe a little bit with the light. Let me shift round. No, that's not helping, is it? Should figure this stuff out before you turn the camera on, Ange. Will you never learn? Oh, and I forgot on my phone with my notes for all of your wonderful cast-ons. Bear with. I've been making videos for well over 3 years now, so you'd think I'd have this stuff sorted out. Evidently not. Right. So, yesterday I started the Selbu socks, but before I show you my progress, I'm going to catch us up on some of the projects that the Yarn and Yarns, you lovely community, have been casting on. So we've got quite a few. So strap in, get yourself a cuppa. Our lovely Maraid, cast on the Beach by Isabel Kramer, a lovely striped sweater, was really nice. I was tempted to add it to my queue, but in some ways a good thing is that it didn't go up to a big enough size for me, so that's one thing I don't have to be worrying about in the future. So yeah, sad, but also quite a good thing. Amy has cast on a bandana cowl from her handspun yarn, which sounds lovely. The next two folks, I'm so sorry, you've probably told me your names in the past, but I've only got your sort of YouTube names to go by. So Smiler Babes has cast on a children's hoodie, a Nature's Walk crochet blanket, which is a beautiful pattern. I'd love to start that one day, and some Can fingerless mitts. So that's a lovely wide selection of projects there. I love that. GoVid has been inspired to become a fellow cast-on-aholic. So welcome to the club, and has started some socks, a shawl and a sweater. Sal has started a hipster shawl for her friend, which lucky friend. Lottie has started a crochet basket. She posted a video up on her YouTube channel. She's using this really sort of thick, super bulky yarn to make a lovely basket for her projects, which I think is going to be amazing. Martin, who has the Knit 365 channel here on YouTube, has started a lovely flax light sweater for his niece. Martin's often knitting for his nieces, and he makes some really lovely projects, so I shall look forward to seeing that one growing. Terry has started I think it's a Brenier sweater, but I could be pronouncing that wrong. I think it was one of the projects I had on my video for things I'd like to cast on in the future. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern, really simple, sort of herringbone across the top and then a plain sweater. So I can't wait to see that one, Terry. Mary has started a Moco cowl from some handspun yarn. Plenty of handspun projects being started, which makes my heart super happy. A Yelena cardigan and a Wisteria arbor shawl, so that's quite a lovely range of projects. Again there, Mary. Pamela has been railroaded by her partner to cast on a pair of winter deer socks, which was my first cast on. She's also started a Santa snowball, a sweater and a cardigan. So she has lots more cast on planned as well. So and if you remember from my first video, Pamela was the maker of the lovely bag that will be one of the prizes for this make along. Celeste has started some socks, some mittens, and has a whole range of Christmas ornaments on the go, and has plans for a sweater and some shawls. Kim of Blue Cherub has started and finished some Malia wrist warmers, which sound perfect. I wear my wrist warmers quite often at this time of year. If I'm needing to work with my hands but still want to try and keep them warm, I find wrist warmers are great for that. Our lovely Jeanette, who is the moderator over in our Ravelry group, has started a colourwork cardigan, an all-over colourwork cardigan. What an amazing project that will be, and has also started a new spinning project. And Angela is getting organised for 2021 by casting on and finishing 2 hats, which will go into her gift pile. That is just so organised. So thank you to everyone who has left comments to let me know what you've been casting on. I know there are a few more that are already over there on YouTube that I haven't quite caught up with, but I shall read a few more and reply to a few more of those as my day goes on. Keep on casting on and keep on letting me know what projects you are making. So my cast on yesterday was the Selbu socks, and they are living in this lovely project bag, and I managed to get you might have seen the video of me doing that toe up cast on, which seems to have worked really well, so thank you for for pointing me in the direction of those instructions, Mairead. They seem to have worked perfectly. That's my little cast on. And I am working my way obviously up the foot now, and I've managed about half of the chart repeat. I think I'm 1 row shy of having half the chart done, and I probably could have got a little bit more of this done. But I did stop while we were at certain points while we were watching the Two Towers, the second of the Lord of the Rings movies, because some of the, like that one, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, that one has the Battle of Helm's Deep in, and the cinematography in that movie is just amazing. Considering how old they are now, it really stands up. So yeah, I was distracted by the movie and didn't want to not watch and follow my colour work chart. So, and the other thing that slowed me down was I just kept stopping to admire not my knitting, but the pattern emerging. Oh, there's something just so wonderful about colour work. If you've tried it, you'll know. It's like painting with yarn, isn't it? You kind of knit a few rows and you see this kind of picture emerging, and it's just really fascinating. And of course, I'm knitting with one of my favourite sort of rusty orange colours. So yeah, I was knitting a couple of rows and then I was just kind of sat there like, oh, doesn't that look lovely? So rather than getting on with my knitting, I was just like, oh yeah, I love that colour combination. Of course you do, because otherwise you wouldn't be knitting with it, would you? Daft thing. Anyway, so that was my progress for the Selbu socks. I think when I come back to my knitting in the new year, I will probably try and come back to my colour work projects the quickest if I can, because I know from past experiences that sometimes you know, gauge changes, and there was a pair of mitts that I knit for the 12 cast-ons, maybe the first lot of 12 I ever did, and it was kind of almost a year between knitting the two mittens, and one of them turned out a little bit bigger than the other. So for colour work, I'm going to try my best to come back to those projects sooner rather than later, but whether that will actually happen, who knows. So I am going to head off, get this edited and uploaded, and get on with the rest of my day, and will of course start my video for day 6. So I will be back tomorrow to share with you what that cast on will be. Hope you will join me for that, but until we get to spend time together again, I hope you get to do some of the things that you enjoy. Great big woolly hugs to you all.